A month since previous post. Hey everyone. I posted here a while back and it helped me rethink some past situations. Now I need advice on my current situation. I have a terrible relationship with my SIL. She's best friends with my fiancé's ex and hates that I'm ruining her best friend's life. There was never any cheating or flirting while my fiancé was with his ex. It got to the point where I had to contact a lawyer to get her to stop harassing and verbally abusing me. After the cease and desist letter, she was quiet for a while. Last weekend, she sent me a box with gifts like drinks, food and some makeup, plus an invitation to be one of her bridesmaids. She wrote a long letter asking if I would accept this honor as an apology for everything she did. The problem is, I'm actually considering accepting to see if we can at least coexist without pointless fights. On Saturday night, I showed the invite to my fiancé and said I was thinking about it, and it led to a huge argument. My fiancé holds a big grudge against his sister and really doesn't want to talk to her ever again. But I want our baby to grow up in a big happy family, even if it means making some sacrifices. He said he wasn't invited to be a groomsman and thinks it's just an excuse for SIL to call me a bitch. Cal ended up saying he's tired of my naivety because it always ends up hurting us since I assume the best of people. I went to my stepmom's after the fight and didn't know what to do. I came back home Sunday night after getting advice from my dad and stepmom. I tried to ignore it and move on, but just the fact that she sent something caused a huge fight between my fiancé and me. I want to resolve this in the best way possible. I'm starting my second trimester and everything feels more difficult and exhausting. Kyle and I are both tired lately, and my pregnancy hasn't been the easiest. We're working extra, dealing with the stress of parenthood and marriage. I don't want the fact that we want to handle things differently to cause problems between us. I really want to create a space where my baby can at least visit their grandma peacefully, even if my SIL is there, but my fiancé is ready to cut off his mom if necessary. So, how can I handle this situation? Edit. Some people here have been calling me toxic and saying my fiancé should leave me. I know I messed up, but I love him with all my heart. I'm going to apologize as soon as he gets home. We've never fought like this before, and I didn't realize I did something so bad. I never meant to hurt him or prioritize anyone over him. I just thought I could make things work because I never had a typical family, and I feel like I ruined what he had with his family by being with him. Sorry to everyone who's disgusted by me. If he wants to break up, I'll leave without complaining. I feel a tightness in my chest and sick to my stomach thinking I hurt someone I love. More info on the family from OOP. We always have dinner with his younger brother and his girlfriend because I've been friends with them for a long time. But his mom refuses to come if my SIL isn't invited, so she never shows up. She visited me once to check on me and the baby. Even so, he seems sad when he talks about it because they had this tradition for years. He never said I'm the problem, but it feels like everything changed when I came along. Like if it was any other woman with him, it wouldn't be this way. Elemental help, you absolutely should not accept. If you got to the point where you had a cease and desist issued on this person, you need to remain no contact. People like this absolutely do not change. This is 100% a trap, and you would be an enormous idiot to fall for it. Edit. People need to understand in the thread that asking Op to be her bridesmaid was a violation of a cease and desist order. Stop telling her to respond. She absolutely should not respond. A branch. You need to let your dreams of a big happy family go. You should honor your husband's wishes and follow his lead with his sister. Trying to achieve a relationship with her will lead to problems between you and your husband. She's toxic and can't be trusted. Zobi Healthy 2616. Sometimes family is the people who are always there for us, rather than those connected by blood. OP comments after reading others' replies. Reading the comments made me realize how blind I've been about everything. My SIL's apology was everything I wanted in a way, hoping it would get me accepted into the family and make everything better. I never wanted to disrespect my fiancé or his boundaries with his family. He misses the family get-togethers on weekends with his mom, brother, sister, and in-laws, and I feel like I've ruined everything and just wanted to fix things. I love him so much, and just want a good pregnancy experience. Yeah, I'm anxious, had to adjust my meds for the pregnancy, and that plus hormones has made everything weird. I'm going to talk to my fiancé, and probably my lawyer about the apology letter to see if anything can be done. I don't want to deal with any harassment again. I went to my parents' place because a lot of hurtful things were said, and I needed some space, and he did too. Mike 26F, Insane SIL 36F, sent me a peace offer that it's causing argues in my relationship. How to deal with this type of conflict in family. Update, 3 days later. Hey everyone. Great news, I'm going to be a mom to a baby boy. I like the names Lestat and Bo, and my fiancé likes Theodora and Gustav. I have to admit, I'm really loving Theodora too. I want to thank you all and clarify a few things. Thanks for the advice. Some of it hurt when I first posted, but all of it was helpful in some way. First off, I'm not a spoiled and childish girl forcing my will on my fiancé. His sister has always had problems with me, not with him. So I thought it was something I had to handle. But as you all said, she's his sister, and I need to deal with it or not. And yes, I'm an extremely anxious person who's been in therapy for years. I suffered abuse from my mother. My only family growing up was my dad. When my dad finally returned to his hometown, and we could have a family beyond the two of us, I was SAD by someone trusted by that family. I've been working on this for a long time, but many may not understand how much this has impacted my pregnancy and choices lately. It feels like the problem is me, that I don't deserve love and family, and I'm so scared my son will have a similar experience that I can't stop thinking about it. But, as many of you said, my family now is me, my baby, and my husband. I also have my dad, stepmom, grandparents, little brother, Bil Victor and friends by my side. So, the real update. The night I posted, I talked to my husband. He came home late from a shift, and then went out drinking with Victor. I apologized for meddling in his relationship with his sister, for thinking I knew her better than he did, and for causing unnecessary conflict. I also apologized for putting the fantasy of a big happy family above his feelings. I was shocked by his reaction because he cried, and he's usually very stoic. He apologized for saying he was tired of me and said it wasn't true at all, but it's hard to see the person you love most putting themselves in a position that hurts them just to please someone extremely narcissistic. We apologized and spent the rest of the night talking. I asked if he needed a break from me because many of you said he should leave me, and he said that never crossed his mind, which was a huge relief. I had already imagined packing up to go to my parents' house. We decided to politely decline the invitation, but my fiancé took a day off to handle the situation with his family. I didn't go because it's too stressful, and I'm still in the early stages of pregnancy with 5 to 6 months to go. So, what came out of the family talk? My MIL was the one behind the invitation. She told my fiancé that she wouldn't attend the wedding, or pay for it if the whole family wasn't there, and that SIL should face the consequences of her actions. SIL could afford the wedding herself, but it would be a huge hit to her savings because it's going to be exorbitantly expensive. And having their mom not show up would be bad, because SIL is a VP at her parents' company, and many big contracts will be at the wedding. She needs to keep up appearances. So, SIL thought inviting me as a bridesmaid and writing a heartfelt note would soften me up. And yes, my fiancé's ex would be her maid of honor, and my fiancé wasn't asked to be a groomsman because the ex didn't want to see him with me. He would have been invited as a regular guest. So, MIL is no longer paying for the wedding, but she will attend. My fiancé, Victor and his fiancée, and I will not go to the wedding. Now I'm getting messages from unknown numbers calling me petty, because SIL was going to honor me at her wedding, and I ruined her dream wedding. It's funny because it's a 36-year-old woman fighting with me because she wanted my fiancé to marry her best friend. She can't get over a divorce that's not even hers. Good luck to her fiancé. I think I've realized she'll never directly attack her brother because of their mom, so she hurts me to get to him. Some other things have come up, and we're going to try to distance ourselves more from her, especially with the baby on the way, because Bil said she has fertility issues and had a mental breakdown when she found out we were expecting. He said SIL seems to be jealous that we got pregnant so soon into our relationship. She had dreams of giving the first grandchild to the family since she's the oldest. Who knew a surprise baby could cause so much chaos? Thanks to everyone for listening and sharing your experiences. See you. Okay, no baby called you won. I sent a message to Kyle about giving up on the name. He is the happiest man right now. Relevant comments. Toss out 7,878. Please don't name your child Lestat. Immediate Mud 2858. Definitely don't name your child Lestat. It's a tragedy, but not a tragedy. Itty outshuff trouble. I have a Theodore, we call him Theo. So if you care about a random internet stranger's vote, that one is mine. But to be serious, I'm glad you and your partner sat down and had an adult discussion. A lot of problems brought to Reddit can be solved by actual discussions. When attempts at discussion fail, that is when the more permanent options need to be considered. Jessiskin, any messages from unknown numbers just respond, lol I know it's so awesome. Guaranteed to piss off whomever is sending them. Also do not go for weirdo Dracula names. No Mechanic 3048, I'm glad you resolved this for now. And I recommend Theodore, but I'm biased since my 3-year-old boy is Theo. Also I went back and read your history. I clocked that the Sil made fun of your accent. Are you a different race or ethnicity from them? If yes, she is probably racist as well as crazy. OP, I guess. English is not my first language, and I really love my native language, and I'm proud to speak with accent. But she is weird, like I'm white, so she always talked my accent and stereotypes about my country. With the fiancé of my BIL, it was ever weirder cause she is Chinese and adopted, and once my SIL said something like, OMG, your people always put kids for adoption. It is always a subtle xenophobia. Complete entry. Please don't name your kid Lestat. Even Buffy, the vampire slayer, finds that name lame. Big happy family is a stupid lie made up by stupid people. Even with a large happy family, you're going to run into conflict. How you react to that conflict is how families continue being a family. SIL has a purse full of grenades with the pins out. That wedding invitation may as well have had a lit cartoon fuse attached. The only winning move is not to play. As to why you ran into so much his sister, his problem responses are crosses over a lot with the Just Know network. They drag a lot of their baggage over here, including a weird relational PMDIS, where each partner has to deal with their family exclusively. That's not how life works. Life isn't a word problem in math class. I wish they'd keep their stratagems in their sub. Gray rock is helpful, grow a shiny spine, not so much.